Hello, people of the planet. Welcome back to my channel. This is Port Charles Public Radio, brought to you by Aurora Media. I am your host. My name is Abby. Let's talk about Monday. I tried contacts today, real quick. This is a real quick brief about my life. We're gonna make it really quick, really quick. Um, and I was gonna see if I could wear them the whole times, so then I could wear them for this today. Couldn't make it. So I struggle with contacts, guys. I got this whole like thing to so if I take off my glasses and you're like, why do her eyes look like that? There's a whole contacts thing earlier. Um, they get like really suffocated and dry. So whatever. I'm gonna count how many people we had today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, 18 people on for today. That includes Mike. That's everybody. There were 18 people on today. And I went ahead and counted like 6 sets. I'm going to start counting sets again. Because I haven't done that in a while. And that's going to help me, focus on like staying with like the scenes. And also as somebody who works in sets, there is nothing wrong with me evaluating, reviewing, and critiquing and talking shit or praising them for props and set things because I am a painter and I am a designer and I'm a props person. So I'm gonna be more conscious about sets. There were 6 sets today, right? Chase's apartment bed doesn't count as a set. I mean, we were there, but like that can be made up really quickly. That looked like it was in and out kind of situation. It wasn't built for them to stay for a while. Which brings me to Molly and TJ's apartment. Yes, they live in a white brick apartment that is just like Maxie's. They live in Maxie's old building, but like not really because yeah, when she bought that place or when she moved in, it was like something she could barely afford. And like that's something yeah, these guys can like barely afford it. Whoever is renting to own here or buying or what I love the place. Of course that's where they live. Um I love how it's done. I love the pop of color. And the little quirky Molly bullshit that's in there and the pillows and the coral plaid little chair that seems very Molly. I loved the shower sex after she had this conversation with him. She said, Molly, or Molly said, TJ, I can't take it anymore. We need to have this talk. He was about to go out the door and go to work. And she was like, I can't take it anymore. We've been tiptoeing around each other. So since she told him everything and they like went home together, they've just been kind of tiptoeing however long it's been, a couple days, a day, a few days, tops. And they're having the talk finally, and it was very smart of TJ to just look past his bullshit pride for like half a second and be like, nah, most of this was because of my mom. And then he was like, it's hard to move forward the same because like you slept with someone. Is it because you like want something else? And she was like, no, because I thought you were over me and I was sad and mad. So I did some sad girl, mad girl shit. It's not because he's better. I still want you and I still find you what I want. He was like, okay, well, then we're good. Like, of course, relationships like makeup and breakups are not romanticized that fast, or don't have fast, they don't, whatever, they don't progress that fast. Whatever. I'm trying to, yeah. But it was cute. I loved it. Go Molly and TJ. I'm glad this wasn't the end all be all. Her sleeping with Brando the one time. It's gonna get more complex if she do it again. I don't think she's gonna do it again, okay? I loved Molly and TJ today. And seeing that shower sex, okay, first off, her manicure was adorable. Lavender, I have that color. I might paint my nails that color this week. Why not? At least my toes. I could put that on my list. Paint. That. So, I love how now that I've noticed it, they've done the shower sex thing a few times since we've come back in COVID. So they have picked a good way to do the mechanics of this, where they approach each other and it's like they cut before they kiss, but in this they go to kiss each other on the side and they can still embrace. These two did it very well. I love Molly and TJ. I want to see more of Molly and TJ. There was nothing awkward about. They built them a set. That's what I'm happy about. They built Molly and TJ a set, so we need to see them more. Like, it didn't look like a big set, obviously. It could be temporary, but I hope it's not, because it was awesome to see Molly and TJ have their own set. What? Oh my god, please. Can we keep it? Can we have more of Molly and TJ on the show, please? That's all I'm asking for. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't say that, like, that deck that TJ did, he came through. That was a good move. He just said, boom. Man, Brando didn't see it coming. But he whipped back pretty quick. He was like, okay, I got hit. And he bounced back. And he looked at, it was like where he got him. It looked, That was cute. Are they about to tumble? Are they gonna have sex? Because I love it when guys fight. Really love it. I always want to see them have sex afterwards. I'm like, come on, is this... No? What are we doing? You're getting so close to each other. Come on. Touches. No? Sorry. Think about Dwayne The Rock or Hulk Hogan. Any of them? Anyway. It was awesome that he decked him. I just want to say. Was there anything I wrote down about them? Okay, Chase. And we saw Chase's apartment. Chase had his cute little sexy dream where we saw his body, because this man is not, afraid to show it. He already showed it in the one movie, the Christmas movie. I need to see Roped. It's on Netflix. It's him and his wife's first movie where they met. So I got to see this other one. I'm sure it's just as country. It's okay. I'll check it out. See what it's like. I'll get through it. I don't want to get off of Chase yet, ever, cause he talks he talks to Finn later, and this is what I want to say about like Finn. He looks at him and he says, "You're a good human." To Chase, they're talking about the honesty, and Chase is bringing up he wants his mom to have poker night with Anna, and it'd be a fun family thing to do now that his mom's back in town, and they keep bringing up the mom, so it's like getting harder for Finn to be able, to hold the secret, because he is, and he tells Chase he's a good human, and honestly, Finn's a good human, because like if you're worried about being good, or what you did was not good, you want to be a better person, that makes you a good human. And that is something that Finn, I think, is remiss in his own actions here. He doesn't quite see that Yeah, he's done some bad shit, but just knowing that he's had guilt for this long, he's repent for this long, he's made himself suffer for, as long as he has, and he knows that it was bad. So, like, I think was that punishment enough? We'll see. If he's gonna be honest with his father, but it's gonna take some time for him to do it. Obviously, it'll come out because he's a good human. Finn is a good human. He just hasn't figured it out yet. So that was cute. Just wanted to say that about Finn. And he ran into Alexis at the hospital. This bitch. Look how we do that in A. That's why you should just go. Because everybody knows the tricks and we all know each other. So even though you're like, I still want you to sit in that room. Go to the meeting. She didn't want to go to the meeting. She went to the memorial instead. Or not the memorial. It wasn't a memorial. She went to the family gathering instead because that's what somebody called it. Ned. No. Willow called it. The family is gathering. And Olivia said, I want to go with you. And she brought the manicotti. They've been together since they were babies in Bensonhurst. I haven't explored Bensonhurst to go visit the name. It is in Brooklyn. I gotta check out what's popular in Bensonhurst, to be honest. It is, if I look at it on the map here, like quite south of. I could do it. It would just take a minute. So, I don't know. I haven't explored it yet. I need to make it on my list. So it's on my list to do. Go explore Bensonhurst and see what all the hubbub is about where Sunny's from. You know, glad she went to the gathering. You know, it was good for her and Dante to go. For Ned to have his moment with Tracy and be like, "Yo, bitch, stop just spouting things out of your mouth." Stop doing that, Tracy. I don't know why she does that. It's weird. She's normally not this stupid, but she is being stupid. She's being jumpy about it. Like, Tracy, don't be dumb. He asked her, did you do something to Alexis? I can't remember if she said yes or no. She's like Tracy always does. But Alexis going to that gathering and Olivia going to that gathering, they talked about it. She said, I don't know, something seems off about that night. Her plea was 5 years, no license, and plead and like just a fine or something. And she's like, why didn't you take it? Because something seems off. Because she didn't do it. She's like, dude, I don't deserve to be like charged for something that I didn't. She just doesn't feel like she did it. Alexis, man, this intuition's fucking weird. She pulled herself out of it somehow, or she is trying to. I don't know how, but she might be able to succeed. It didn't really sound like a good plea, to be honest. But I don't know what the laws in New York are like for driving drunk. I know in Texas it's like first offense, like $10,000 fine. You go to jail, or no, spend the night in jail. But second offense, it's like double that, and you go to jail for like a week or a month or something. I don't know, because it's like a second felony. That's bad, or I don't know. I know if you get like a third DUI, dude, you're done. You don't get a license anymore. Yeah, they suspend your license the first time for like a year. Second time they suspend it for like 3, and the other time it's like 10. I think your third time, but like I don't know, 3. That's also a felony, I think. So like, you're done. No, I don't know. I don't know dick about like drunk driving, bro. Never been in it myself. I mean, I could tell you I've taken defensive driving, like the online course, probably 12 times. So you would think I would remember what the rules are? Can't. So, out of sight, out of mind, because I don't need to remember it because I'm never going to do it. Don't drink and drive. Anyway, uh, moving on from that, Olivia brought this manicotti to the house and she cried to Carly, and Willow was there. And oh my God, I just want to say before I leave the Quartermain house and go over to the Corinthos mansion, I love the marble in the Quartermain house. It's very subtle, it's realistic, and it whoever did that marble didn't do it the same way in the Carly or in the Corinthos mansion in Carly's house, and that was annoying to look at. I can see up close, like when they do face shots, and you can see it slightly in the distance. It looks nice, but when you get a frontal image of that fucking fireplace or like a side view of it and you can see, it's just like I don't like how it was done. The splotch of orange, it just doesn't seem real. There's some weird, and I know it's Jackson Pollocky, so maybe that's the idea, is that it's supposed to look fake. I don't think it's supposed to look fake. Sonny and Carly are not supposed to have marble that looks fake, that looks painted. Like, no, that's not. No, they need marble that looks fancy as fuck and scary spattery, so it needs to look like real marble. Um, it drives me nuts, but I am a scenic artist, so that's something I just fucking look at with like most sets. And when I stare at that set, or when I stare at the, I can't stare at the marble for too long in the Corinthos mansion because it gets man. And today, there was a side view where you could see that they also put it on the floor because there were steps involved. And she said to Jason, "Come with me to the kitchen." You could see the hallway. I was like, "This bitch is a hall. This is a flooring that extends up to the fireplace." It's beautiful on the floor. Terrible place. I hate it. So that was one set, and then of course we went into the Moss Bowls territory. We went into the Corinthos kitchen, and I was laughing hysterically at the Moss Bowl being given the manicotti, like, because Willow took it from her. She said, "I'm gonna go put it with the other food," and I was laughing. And I was like, "Dude, it's the only thing sitting there." They offered it to the. Did they offer it to the Moss Bowl? Because no one's at the. Sasha called in ordering or looking for food, unless that was earlier. But I'm pretty sure that was for this. What was happening now? That's Bucky. So I don't know. But then I rewind it because I was laughing, and I saw a second casserole there or a second wrapped up something. Maybe that was the food they ordered. I don't know. But I was laughing hysterically. I was like, did they offer the manicotti to the Moss Bowl? Yo, Willow did kiss Michael. Or Willow did kiss Chase. I totally forgot that she did that. Michael asked her, "How was your thing?" She said, "Oh, it was nice." That's right, you did kiss him. That's what they were talking about. Ugh, this bitch. If I would have known, I wouldn't have gone to my date. Yeah, he didn't tell you because he wasn't, because Michael's a nice fucking guy. And he needs someone like Willow or like Sasha, who is so unconditional. But, Willow's not that unconditional because she's a victim of that fucking cult. Yo. Alright. There's so much to talk about. Now I'm getting thirsty. Can't talk about it all. Carly and Jason talked for a little bit in the kitchen. I mean, he's basically telling her, "I don't want you part of this," but he told her what the situation was financially. He's like, "You know how it's set up. We keep U.S. hold financials clean. All the offshore stuff, meh, and we can't have them ever like merge or like move things in between. No, you just move one to one and one to the other, and this one's clean and this one's meh. And we split everything 50-50. However, Sonny gets all of the casino money in Puerto Rico, and I forgot the other one they said. South America casinos? The South American casino? I don't know what he said. But yeah, so I mean, I guess they have like joint employees at that place maybe. It's on the same payroll or whatever. They all have it's all one account and it's just 50-50 maybe. I don't know. Or Jason and they both have control. Whatever. It's cute. I love it. Their little setup. And he was explaining it to Carly, but she didn't give a shit. She just wanted to talk about Cyrus. Even though Jason doesn't want her involved. And she blurts out that, you know, she doesn't want him to just disappear like Sonny did, because that's what she sees. He disappeared and she doesn't know how or why or what you know, that's where he was going. I didn't know he was going to Secaucus. You know, she's upset that he was chasing Julian down and she didn't know about it. You know, so she wasn't let in on it, and she's pissed because now he disappeared, and she could have talked him out, you know, could have been a part. So I can kind of see where she's coming from, but it's kind of like, girl, stay the fuck out of it. Just saying, stay out of it. All I gotta say, really, is that Sasha left Michael, and you could tell there was still chemistry there. But whatever. I am glad that Sasha went to the hospital and ran into Brando. They do have chemistry. I was going to say chemistry. That's wrong, girl. What is that? Ham, girl. I hate that sound. They do have chemistry. I also realized that, like, they do have a lot in common in that sense of, like, not only is he, like, a rogue Michael, like a bad kid. He's got that accent. He's older. He's got to be older. Not that I don't think that Sasha is the same age as Michael, or she could be older, of course. But like, I can see the appeal to him, and also they do have a lot in common. Not only are they both substance abusers, which I'm glad they made that difference there as they tell stories like this. You know, there's not always a 0 to 60 or 1 to 100. There is some middle ground when it comes to being an addict, because you know, Curtis helped Finn recover because he is a substance abuser. He had a problem, right? So but he can still drink alcohol. So you know, it's that substance abuse. It's not all substances, because like that's what it is with Finn. Finn didn't have an alcohol addiction. Finn had an addiction to his drug, heroin or meth, or it was heroin. Yeah. And eventually got out of that. So he's an addict. He can't have alcohol. No, heroin's bad, or whatever it was. So I am glad that they made that difference. But also, Brando and Sasha, she, you know, left Michael because she wasn't ready to have kids. And like, Brando is older, and he's like, he doesn't want kids, or he didn't want it at the time. Like, poor Dev, like, that was a nice situation, and he's sad he lost him, but like, kids I don't think are on Brando's radar unless they become on his radar. I mean, last but not least, we're gonna just like pour water onto the growth that is Sam and Dante and see if they blossom into something special. Maybe it's just going to be sex. And if there's just chemistry there, because those two are two wounded birds right now who are broken and need some thing. Great. I can't wait to see that on screen. I would love to appreciate that. I would. Oh, that would be so cool to see. Please let us do it. She looks happy, enjoying some screen time with somebody who isn't Jason. Mike and Sunny were at a crossroads on a snow slope or a snow side. I wrote snowy as the set there because they always have outdoors, so I just wrote snowy. But Mike helped Sunny up. He had this like line of blood. It didn't look like a cut. It just looked like a line of blood. But he talked him out of that. What I'm assuming was crossroads. He got him the fight to stand up, you know. And the guy who picked him up on my screen at the end, he said, "Hey, what are you doing out here? It's freezing." It said his name was Eddie. So, with Sunny saying, "I don't know," and them giving this guy a name, maybe we're going to be seeing Eddie taking care of Sunny for like at least an episode. Super excited about this, where it goes. Excited to see where it goes. Storyline, I hope it doesn't fucking last too long because I hate the amnesia storylines. And if this is where it starts, I'm going to write that down. Sunny amnesia. Because if it starts here, I'm going to be pissed. No. And lasts for like at least a month, I would be pissed. It needs to be like can this be done by February, please? That's all I ask. So if you have stuck with me this long, guys, thanks for sticking. It's been way too long, but there was way too much to talk about. Let's talk to you soon. Tip your waitresses. Peace to the planet. I think that's it. Go have a good night's rest, just like I'm going to. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.